Whoa. Okay, I'm sorry. I want to make sure I heard you.
Mm-hmm.
Did you say you were a novelist and that didn't work out? What do you mean by that?
Yeah. Well, I tried to be a novelist.
Yeah,
I really put everything in it. I was writing and I was querying and I just did the whole 9 yards and was doing all the researching and everything. I was working in fast food at the side hustle, so it didn't take too much of my time.
Yeah,
and it didn't work.
What do you mean it didn't work?
I didn't sell anything.
How many novels did you write?
Oh, that's. Well, I have one.
Okay,
and it's not finished though.
It's not finished.
Uh-uh.
So you can't tell me it didn't work. You quit. So let me say this. Oh, let me ask you. Do you think broadcasting is a very competitive industry and very difficult to get in and succeed?
Yes.
Yeah, it is. But I did it starting at 33. That's why I teach what I teach. So we have to start from scratch. You're a person who wants to tell stories for a living, and you're telling a really bad story yourself.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So of somebody who's got the desire to tell stories, better have the right narrative or you never will make it. But you called saying, how do I make money doing what I love? And I asked you what you love. Well, let me tell you something. You are going to have a day job. There is zero question about it. Mm-hmm. That writing is going to have to be a thing that you gradually move into and grow with. But you can't say things like, Ken, I tried to be a novelist, it didn't work out. And then when I dive into it, that's not true. You haven't even finished your first novel. You didn't self-publish it. You didn't put it out there. I'm just going to tell you, you're going to have to start writing again, and you're going to have to start showing your work. And you're going to have to get a day job, and it might even be a short-term career. It might be a 5, 7, 10-year career, and you're never going to stop writing. And then you may have to consider, do I want to move to LA or New York eventually when things calm down? Do I want to get in there and move my whole life there? And I start showing up and I start working part-time on a movie set so that I can meet people and I submit some screenplays. This is not an easy journey. Zero question about that. It's not going to be easy. Mm-hmm. But is it possible for you to make a living as a professional writer? Absolutely. You may want to do television and movies and go towards that, but you might go into copywriting. We have copywriters all over the building here at Ramsey Solutions.
No, I can't do that. I tried. I don't like it.
Okay, great. But wait a second. Wait. See, there's the other problem. Mm-hmm. Amber, I don't know if you know my story, so I'm going to share it. Okay. When I was 32, 33, and I started to move the direction of broadcasting, I knew it was going to be a long time. I told my wife 5 to 7 years. It ended up being 7 to get to Ramsey and then 9 to step into the dream. So I was about right. I ran a company, Amber, where I sold sponsorships to live events. I could have said to you back then, I can't do this. I don't like it. You got that narrative problem again. You can do it. You may not like it, but you can do it. Are you a good writer, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. So I don't care if you go work at a grocery store or you write copy for something that you don't like or not. But let me tell you what makes you a better writer. Writing. Mm-hmm. Always be writing. So this is the $1 million question for you, Amber. Mm-hmm. Are you willing to do whatever it takes to be a professional writer?
I used to think I did, but it's so scary. And so I don't like the insecurity.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, you're not going to make it.
Yeah.
I can't even believe I just said that, but that's the stark reality. Is I believe you can do it. I believe you can make it, but you don't. That's why I said what I said. I don't want anybody at home going, "Did Ken just say that?" Yeah, I did, because your current mindset, your current feelings, your thinking and your feeling right now have got you trapped. I don't like being insecure. I don't like not knowing. Tough cookies. That's the deal. But I can tell you right now, Amber, you have zero shot of making it. Now, let me tell you when that changes. When you begin to believe that you can make it, If you stay in it long enough and you can answer that question, are you willing to do whatever it takes? If you can say yes to that, and then there's a secondary question, are you willing to wait as long as it takes? If you can say yes to that, then I think you can be a professional writer. But until then, I can't help you. Nobody can help you. And there's no reason for you to believe that. If you believe you've got the chops, that you got the talent, then do what young Ken Coleman did. And I wasn't even that young. I was 32, 33. I'm running a business selling sponsorships to live events, and I'm showing up on a Saturday at 2 o'clock. And Joe, I would get in there on a routine. I bet I was there by 12:30 at the latest on a Saturday.
Yep.
To prepare my show.
That he paid for.
That I was paying $250 per hour to do. The reason I bring Joe into this is because Joe watched it. Nothing drives me nuts, anything more than somebody preaching to somebody and that preacher's never done it. So Amber, I'm talking from a position of authority and I'm talking from a position of passion. If you do it, start writing now and you do as many jobs as it takes. You move, you go do what you got to do. You will make it. And the unknown is part of the deal. It's not fun. No question about it. But that's the only way it works. If you stay with it and you stay with it. And let me tell you, here it is, Joe. Ready for the formula? Here it is. This is blows some people's mind. Show up. Then show up. Wait for it. This is where it gets really good. Keep showing up. Two years I did Saturday radio. Went from 1 hour to 2 hours and earned the opportunity because I kept showing up. And Jay and Anna Jacobs, who I will be indebted to for the rest of my life, they watched me show up. They listened to me when I showed up. And when I kept showing up and kept proving it and putting it out there and proving it and putting it out there and proving it and putting it out there and showing up and proving it and showing up and proving it, then I got the opportunity to do a daily radio show. And then a guy named Dave Ramsey, who I knew through relationships, he started paying attention, started listening. You never know who's listening. You never know who's watching. But I could tell you this, Joe, if you don't show up, guess who's watching and listening? Nobody. Let me say it again, because I somebody else besides Amber needs a wake-up call today. And this is your locker room talk right now. If you walk out of that door, Amber, every day and you feel like you can't win, I got news for you. You cannot win. But on the contrary, if you walk out the door each day going, I'm making progress. I'm going to make progress today. I've got great news. You will. But if you don't show up, day in, day out, week in, week out, month in, month out, year in, year out, if you don't show up, I can tell you this, the right person, the right place, the right time, they're not going to show up either. And I know what it's like. Listen to me, folks. I know what it's like to feel like you're wasting time and money and missing out on relationships and missing out on all these other things, and you fill out the list. I know that it is agonizing to get up and put yourself out there and not see the results that you want. I know what it feels like. But I also know what it feels like to say, I'm not going to quit. I'm going to get up today and I'm going to put myself out there again, and nobody's going to notice me, but I'm going to keep getting up. I'm going to keep putting myself out there. And one of these days, somebody's going to notice. And one day, Joe, Dave Ramsey noticed. Woo! And that's a party. But there wasn't a party until that day. So I can tell you, my story proves out, and what I teach you proves out. But everything that I tell you, everything that I teach you will not work if you don't show up and keep showing up. All right. I got to catch my breath, but I'm telling you, Amber, you need to hear that, because I'm going to tell you something, sweetheart. You will never be a professional writer if you don't believe that you can be and should be a professional writer. So start writing and start putting it out there. Period. End of sentence.